Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Jai Hind. Historical events of 29th May. A journey through time of 29th May 2025 Thursday. Today is that is 29th May. Highlight in history. 1658. Battle of Somugar. Decisive battle in the struggle for the throne during the Mughal War of Succession 1658 to 1659. 1660. English Restoration. Charles II is restored to the throne of England, Scotland and Ireland. 1733. The right of settlers in New France to enslave natives is upheld at Quebec City. 1780. American Revolutionary War. At the Waxhaw Massacre, the British continue attacking after the Continentals lay down their arms, killing 113 and critically wounding all but 53 that remained. 1790. Rhode Island becomes the last of North America's original 13 colonies to ratify the Constitution and became one of the United States. 1798. United Irishmen Rebellion. Between 300 and 500 United Irishmen are executed as rebels by the British Army in County Kildare, Ireland. 1807. Mustafa IV became Sultan of the Ottoman Empire and Caliph of Islam. 1825. The coronation of Charles X of France takes place in Reims Cathedral, the last ever coronation of a French monarch. 1851. Sojourner Truth delivers her famous "Ain't I a Woman" speech at the Women's Rights Convention in Akron, Ohio. 1852. Jenny Lind leaves New York after a 2-year American tour. 1861. The Hong Kong General Chamber of Commerce is founded in Hong Kong. 1864. Emperor Maximilian I of Mexico arrives in Mexico for the first time. 1867. The Austro-Hungarian Compromise of 1867. The compromise is born through Act 12, which establishes the Austro-Hungarian Empire. 1886. The pharmacist John Pemberton places his first advertisement for Coca-Cola, which appeared in the Atlanta Journal. 1900. N'Djamena is founded as Fort Lamy by the French commander Émile Gentil. 1903. In the make of Alexander I, King of Serbia, and Queen Draga are assassinated in Belgrade by the Black Hand Sierra Ruka organization. 1913. Igor Stravinsky's ballet score "The Rite of Spring" receives its premiere performance in Paris, France, provoking a riot. 1914. The ocean liner RMS Empress of Ireland sinks in the Gulf of St. Lawrence with the loss of 1012 lives. 1918. Armenia defeats the Ottoman army in the Battle of Sardarabad. 1919. Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity is tested, later confirmed by Arthur Eddington and Andrew Claude de la Cheroes Crommelin. 1920. The Louth flood of 1920 was a severe flash flooding in the Lincolnshire market town of Louth, resulting in 23 fatalities in 20 minutes. It has been described as one of the most significant flood disasters in the United Kingdom during the 20th century. 1931. Michael Schickeru, a citizen of the United States, is executed by a Royal Italian Army firing squad for intent to kill Benito Mussolini. 1932. World War I. Veterans begin to assemble in Washington, D.C. in the Bonus Army to request cash bonuses promised to them to be paid in 1945. 1935. First flight of the Messerschmitt Bf-109 fighter aeroplane. 1945 First combat mission of the consolidated B-32 Dominator heavy bomber. 1947 United Airlines Flight 521 crashes at LaGuardia Airport, killing 43. 1948 United Nations Truce Supervision Organization is founded. 1950 The Saint Rock, the first ship to circumnavigate North America, arrives in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. 1953 Edmund Hillary and Sherpa Tenzing Norgay became the first people to reach the summit of Mount Everest on Tenzing Norgay's adopted 39th birthday. 1964 The Arab League meets in East Jerusalem to discuss the Palestinian question, leading to the formation of the Palestinian Liberation Organization. 1964 Having deposed them in a January COP, South Vietnamese leader Ngo Nguyen Khan had rival generals Tran Van Don and Lee Van Kim convicted of lax morality. 1973 Tom Bradley is elected the first black mayor of Los Angeles, California. 1974 SETA, a Finnish LGBT rights organization, is founded in Helsinki. 1982 Pope John Paul II becomes the first pontiff to visit Canterbury Cathedral. 1982 Falklands War. The British Army defeats the Argentine army at the Battle of Goose Green. 1985 Heysel Stadium disaster. 39 association football fans die and hundreds are injured when a dilapidated retaining wall collapses. 1985 Amputee Steve Fonio completes Cross Canada Marathon at Victoria, British Columbia after 14 months. 1988 US President Ronald Reagan begins his first visit to the Soviet Union when he arrives in Moscow for a superpower summit with the Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev. 1989 Signing of an agreement between Egypt and the United States allowing the manufacture of parts of the F-16 jet fighter plane in Egypt. 1990 The Congress of People's Deputies of Russia elects Boris Yeltsin as President of the Russian Soviet Federative Socialist Republic. 1993 The Miss Sarajevo Beauty Pageant is held in Watron, Sarajevo, drawing global attention to the plight of its citizens. 1999 Olusegun Obasanjo takes office as President of Nigeria, the first elected and civilian head of state in Nigeria after 16 years of military rule. 1999 Space Shuttle Discovery completes the first docking with the International Space Station. 2001 The US Supreme Court rules that the disabled golfer Casey Martin can use a cart to ride in tournaments. 2004 The National World War II Memorial is dedicated in Washington, D.C. 2005 France rejects the Constitution of the European Union in a national referendum. 2008 A doublet earthquake of combined magnitude 6.1 strikes Iceland near the town of Selfoss, injuring 30 people. 2012 A 5.8 magnitude earthquake hits northern Italy near Bologna, killing at least 24 people. 2015 One World Observatory at One World Trade Center opens. 2021 A Cessna Citation ISP crashes into Percy Priest Lake in Tennessee, killing all 6 people on board, including actor Joe Lara and his wife Gwen Sumlin Lara. Thank you very much for your patience. Request for like, subscribe and share.